Hi. This is going to be a talking head video. I never envisaged doing this, but someone's been making some comments very recently about my channel and my videos, and it did get me thinking as to what the perception is of what this channel is, what I'm doing, as opposed to what I think I'm doing. So what this channel is, who I am, and what this channel isn't. So, just a quick talking video. Here we go. Who am I? I'm, as you can gather, an old bloke who's been into 3D, sort of dabbling in the sort of shallow end for a long time. I am not super skilled in 3D. I know what I know, but you know, it's mainly to do with modelling rather than all of the other disciplines that come with 3D. What I'm not a professional tutor. I do 3D as I say, as a part-time hobby. So videos about 3D is a part-time hobby. My main hobby, there's a clue. And in fact, if you're looking at my channel regularly, you know that's probably where most of my videos have come from lately. It's not been Blender at all. It's been my music. What does the channel hold? The channel holds basically bits of information I found out along the way that I think are not well known, or not as well known as I think they should be. Little snippets about Blender that sort of people either overlook or just get wrong when they come into it. I came from Blender from Lightwave, for example. And I struggled with it for a long time because I was trying to make it Lightwave. I was trying to make it behave like Lightwave. The minute I stopped doing that, I started learning, and so I start to try and pass that logic onto other people in little snippets of videos. Some of the videos are just sort of specific projects I've sort of attacked. One of my most viewed videos in terms of 3D, which has got I think over 3,000 views, which is a huge amount for me. Normally I'm getting less than 100. It's putting a car from Blender into the Trackmania racing game, and when I wanted to do that myself, I just couldn't find the information. So over the course of probably a couple of months of banging my head against brick walls, I finally got all the information together, and I created that set of videos and the documentation along with it to share that knowledge, because I didn't want anyone else wanting to do what I do going through what I did or giving up because they thought it couldn't be done. And that's pretty much sort of my ethos on how I do videos. It's someone will come with a question either directly to me via Facebook or what have you, or it'll be a question on a Facebook group or the Blender Artists forums. And if I know the answer and it doesn't look like they're getting the answer that they're after, then I usually offer to do a small video just to show how I would go about it. And that's where a lot of my content comes from, especially over the last couple of years. You know, people will ask, how do I do A, B and C? And so I show them my way, but I always point out that with Blender there's usually more than one way to achieve the result. And again, this tends to be all driven on the modelling side. I mean, if it comes to character animation, I'm clueless. So, you know, I only sort of show videos on what I know. As I say, this isn't I'm not a professional tutor in Blender or in anything. I don't monetize the channel in any way, shape or form. I don't even do the whole like, subscribe, notification stuff that you get flooded with on practically every other video you see. It's just not my style, because I know my videos are ad hoc. So why subscribe if it could be 6 months before you see something else? You just pop along in 6 months and see if there's out new. And so that's pretty much it. That's sort of the theory behind my channel, if you like. I just try to share what I know, because I believe if you don't share the knowledge, then it's lost, and that's a terrible thing. And as I say, it's part time. You know, you're more likely now especially at the moment, to see me put up a music video, which I hope some of you also like. I certainly enjoy playing it. We have a right blast. But, you know, the next Blender video, I couldn't tell you when it's going to come up. It may come up in a week, it may not come up for 6 months. Depends if anybody pesters me for something. So that's it anyway. Relatively short and sweet, I hope, done in terms of time as to explain what it was. And regarding some of my older videos, yes, if I went back now and redid them, I think they'd be better. They're certainly, because I've learnt a lot more about Blender than I knew back then. I came in with some preconceptions, like I think a lot of people do with Blender, unfortunately, unwarranted, I'd have to say, you know, and I was guilty of it. But yeah, I mean, I'm not inclined to redo them because they are what they are, and the Blender itself has moved on, so some of the techniques are old now, if you like, because there's better ways of doing them. But that's it. Anywho, just sort of give a quick talking ahead video. And speaking of music, that's what I'm about to go and get back to. Got a gig coming up, so I've got to get some practice in. Bye bye.